Folks. Folks, welcome to another beautiful session of astrology. Okay, so you can probably hear frogs in the back. My window's open. You know why? Because, like my thumbnail, like that. Yeah, I used that thumbnail and I'm like, well, it's not gonna look nice if I don't have a cigar. Well, the thumbnail shows cigar. Maybe some of you are watching me for the cigar. So I'm having the cigar. Okay, so shut up. I can have it once in a while. Okay. And yes, I apologize. We couldn't finish our Jeshta video yesterday with the Pi team. Let's just say certain things occurred that one day I may show you. I actually have the evidence. I have the evidence on camera of, because as you know, half the Pi team is here in my house. Togi left today. Eve is still here. She's gonna go and then they're coming back again this Friday. Man, they made me a believer. Eve made me a believer in something, which I won't discuss right now. I've always been kind of a skeptic. I couldn't even believe my wife about some things, but I witness. I'm the witness. I'm the witness to phenomena. But we'll get to that. Speaking of Eve, I have learned some of the most fine-tuned secrets. Fine. It's not. See, I hate the word secret. It's such a salesman thing. Secrets. No, it's not a secret. It's a study that Eve has done. Okay. And I will bring it out sometime in a year. But yes, I will actually teach about this in my school because it's based on Gulika, Mandi, and it is based on, wait, let me see my notes here. There's two things you may not have heard of. You see here. It's based off of Gulika, Mandi, and Yamakanika. So, yeah, wait, how do you pronounce this? Yamakantika. Amazing. Amazing. He also spoke to me about what planets really mean. You know, Sun, Moon, Saturn, Mercury. So she gave me great notes because I was working on my slides today for my school. And by the way, let me show you the official logo of the school of Magha Vedic Astrology Academy. So this is the official logo. There's different versions to it. There's like a very nice, you know, dreamy version to it as well, which I put it on my Facebook. You can see it. There's different version of it. So finally, this is the official Magha. You see that? The throne of the ancestors. You see this Rishi sitting like muscular Rishi. See, I wanted to present something different as a logo. And you see the sword of wisdom with the snake wrapped around. See, snake, you guys don't understand. Snake is such a positive symbol. An eagle obviously is represented by Magha. And then you've got the rat on the right knee of this Rishi. Rat is also represented by Magha. So this is Magha Vedic Astrology Academy. And I actually sent the email to my students who have joined so far, but I'm actually going to start the school early because you guys are so eager. I posted the first 5 lessons of the school. And especially the 5th lesson that I posted about Hora and making predictions without even knowing horoscopes, without even knowing anything about Vedic astrology. Because I can see the emails coming in of the students and they're like doing these things. They're like, oh my God, I had this call come in at this time of my boss. And Saturn was transiting here and Saturn Hora was here. Saturn Hora was transiting and I knew exactly what the call is going to be about. I'm like, look, you're already learning. You don't even need to me to tell you about planets and astrology. Just from learning about the Hora, you are learning. So because I saw this enthusiasm from students, I'm like, all right, August 20th, I'm gonna start uploading my planetary videos. That will have all the deep information of what sun is, what sun represents. Like I'm gonna start with sun, the king. Moving on to other planets. Um, it's beautiful. It's literally like a poetry. Planetary stories are like poetry that will, just from knowing these poetries, these intimate details about planets, you will know astrology. You will just start making predictions. This is why I am so motivated about this school, because I am like a student with you. When you teach, you learn. That's what they say. This is why I love teaching. I teach here. I make videos here. Now I'm officially doing it here in a very serious form. I'm like wanting to prepare in a way where you just get it. You get it, you know. And many of you were asking in my last two videos that is there level 2 or level 3 to the school? No, there's no levels. There's only one level, start to finish. I want to teach in a way where there's one level. You don't need to go into some advanced. Those can come later. I want to give information which I give you from A through Z, and you are able to see a chart and say something right there. And beautifully, I actually posted this one student, um, one of my very first students who joined. She's, I think, in Singapore or Malaysia. She started that homework of Horas. He said, I'm watching and doing my homework right now on this lesson when Mercury is operating. Mercury is what? Knowledge, student, learning, skill. They're learning a skill. And whatever is in the ambience, they're learning. They're seeing what's happening right now. Okay, so yes, welcome. Thank you everybody to for believing in this school and getting this school. I mean, look, just when I got this name in my head, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, just something just invoked in me. Especially when I drew this one thing, something invoked in me. So yes, more than October 20th, I'm starting from August 20th, the school. Well, I'm gonna do slowly, one planet. Right now I'm not doing it because Mercury is gonna go retrograde on July 26th to August 18th. Mercury is gonna be retrograde, so for official teaching is just not the great period, knowing especially how Mercury is, because I'm going to discuss about Mercury right now. But from August 20th, we're going to do Sun. The next week, I'll do another planet. The next week, I will do another planet. And I will give you these planets before even August 20th. So we can move fast. Because you know me, I'm like straight into the snake hole, getting bit by the venom of astrology. So the other update, you guys are also emailing me, my assistant, like, please make a video on this. I'm tired of emailing people. But all my readings are off right now for the past 4 or 5 days. They're off. Okay, they're off. They're going to be back on maybe tomorrow morning, maybe tonight or tomorrow night. You know why? Because I have been working nonstop and I need time off. I need time off. So next month I'm taking time off. That's why I took readings off. I just want to be like sitting on a chair, doing absolutely nothing, forgetting about astrology, forgetting about everything. I just want to have a photograph of Yogananda in front of me, and I just want to look at it. It just and I just want to get away from things. So it's kind of like finally a much needed time off that I need. So their readings are going to be back on. Okay, they're not gone forever. Please, they'll be back on. But I have taken them off for the past 5 days now. I just I need time off. You can see I'm losing my hair. I'm getting gray. Okay, so this Mercury retrograde. Okay, Mercury is going to be retrograde in the sign of Cancer, and especially is going to be in its own nakshatra of Ashlesha. Mercury is also going to be with Rahu and Sun, definitely till August 14th. And the one thing you're going to know about this particular Mercury retrograde, a lot of deceiving information will start coming out in this retrograde in terms of government, foreign affairs, foreign diplomacy. And the thing is, it's such an easiest prediction to make because you know why? You can open the news right now and there's deceiving happening on TV. So that's why I always feel cringeworthy when I talk about retrogrades and planetary alignments. And especially you will learn this in school how these monthly and daily and weekly horoscopes are so garbage on terms of individual predictability. Like right now, Mars and Ketu are retrograde. They're conjunct and they're both retrograde. Just 2-3 days ago, they were exactly conjunct. Some people will not feel anything. Some people will have havoc come in with Mars and Ketu conjunction. So for me to make these videos, to say, well, Mars, Ketu are conjunct, oh, watch out, big shifts are going to happen, this and this is going to happen, absolute garbage, which I can't deal with anymore. If I was to talk about one individual, taking someone's horoscope, talking about transit, you will see the beautiful painting just come out, how it's playing out. But when you just give these tidbits information of Mercury retrograde, of this retrograde, this is conjunct that, this is trining this, it's not gonna work for all the people of those zodiac signs or ascendant or moon sign. It's not. It's gonna come and go and you're gonna live the life that you have been living. Very minute changes will occur. Remember this rule. Remember this rule. First comes the karma, yoga, dasha, then transit. And do not judge transit without Ashtak Varga. Please, please do not judge transit without Ashtak Varga. And those are all new students who have no clue about what Ashtak Varga is. I can probably teach you Ashtak Varga in less than 20 minutes. No details, but of course I'm going to be spending an hour or two in my courses on this, but don't go on these. So now Mercury's are going to go retrograde, right? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's commenting. Everybody's making posts about it, wanting me to talk about Mercury retrograde or this eclipse, this partial eclipse. Eclipse is happening, which is after what, 120 years? Longest eclipse. Who is it going to affect? It's going to affect a few people. Only a few people with certain planetary alignments in their birth chart. And also remember about retrogrades, eclipses, planetary conjunction, which are very havocly conjunctions. If they're not transiting over a planet, if they're going towards an empty house, for them, there's no anchor point to latch onto. Okay? Remember, like astronauts in space, like in the movie Gravity, but they have to hang on to something, and if they don't, they're just gonna go pass by. Once they hang on to something, they're safe. So when planet transit over in your house, when planet transit, in this house or from the moon and here and there, are they latching on to something? That's the first thing you want to see, the effects of transit. If they're not latching onto something, they're gonna lose that latch and just go to the other side of the earth. That's the first thing you want to know. Then, obviously, the dasha. Is the dasha, whether it's Tribhagi dasha, Vimshotri dasha, Yogini dasha, Tulya dasha, how are they corresponding to the event that, let's say, this Mars and Ketu are supposed to bring? Because if dashas are not showing the event, what is transit going to do? It's not going to do anything. And then, especially when let's say you're scared right now, well, Mars and Ketu are exactly conjunct now. What is happening and this and that? Well, if you're going to also judge from the dasha of Vimshotri itself, you may lose out on many things. Perhaps you have to look at the Shulya Varga dasha. Perhaps you're gonna have to, look at Navamsha Dasha. Perhaps you're gonna have to go into the Tribhagi. Perhaps Kal Chakra. So Eve was telling me about Kal Chakra and how the Navamsha with Kal Chakra Dasha is actually calculated in reverse order of the nakshatra. If you were to use Kal Chakra Dasha, okay, to predict with transit, first of all, your Navamsha will completely change. So if your sun is in, let's say, Aries in Navamsha, it may go to Capricorn if you were to calculate the way Kal Chakra Dasha is calculated. So I learned about Kal Chakra Dasha. I mean, and I'm told Eve, you're coming back, so she's gonna come back. I'm like, you have to come back, teach me all these things, because I want to be able to give this to people. So this Mercury is gonna be in Ashlesha, okay? Ashlesha is a very innocent energy. It's the energy of a dancing snake. It's not the energy of a deceiving snake or the snake that bites. When a snake is dancing and snake is happy, okay, you don't go with the stick and hit it with the stick. Snake is not just going to sit there and keep dancing. It's going to come after you. So for all these, the posts that I was seeing of people saying Ashlesha, Mercury retrograde and this and that, well, the only way this Mercury, this dancing snake, is gonna become malevolent instead of benevolent is due to the fact that it needs to be irritated. You have to go out there and hit the snake for it to go after you, because you're ruining its happy moment of dancing. And it's with Rahu. Rahu, Mercury are friends. It's with Sun. Sun and Mercury get along. But because of the fact Ashlesha Nakshatra now comes with these two malefic energies of Rahu and Sun, the communication, once it goes retrograde, this energy is going to be very karmic and backwards. That's where it's going to deceive with its communication. That's where I'm like, I cannot teach during that retrograde period because I may deceive myself in that. Politically, okay? But again, it has to be going over a certain, it has to be irritated on an individual horoscope for that to happen. So like for, in the mundane astrology, you will see like government will be deceiving with their communication in making foreign deals. Okay? But the way it's going to happen on normal horoscopes, look at Mercury from the moon. If you really want to see the negative impact or the severe impact of Mercury retrograde, see it from the moon. Which house it's transiting from the moon, meaning from your own particular moon, your own birth chart. So wherever your moon is placed, make that particular house the ascendant. Look at Mercury from there. Why specifically Mercury you want to look from moon? Because Mercury is the enemy of the moon. Mercury wants to irritate the moon, especially when it's retrograde. From the ascendant, you may have a friendly ascendant. It may not show from the ascendant. But if you really want to know where exactly the snake can bite, that irritated snake, look at it from the moon. Simple. That's how you judge a Mercury retrograde. And this is why it's important to know the quality of the nakshatra. Even in the past, I have vilified nakshatras based on their limited information. But Ashlesha is a happy dancing snake. When it's irritated, that's when it'll come after you and become that poisonous snake. And especially if an irritated planet is in the irritated nakshatra, then the snake that was dancing before you were born, when you were born, it was irritated. That means you're irritated. That means if you're irritated, what are you going to do? You're going to bite people. What do they call it in Hindi? Dust. You will dust people. You will hit them. And that's where the other people will be like, oh my God, this person is such a snake. They bit me like no other because they had Ashlesha. Well, you can't vilify and put everybody in the same group. you know. So these are the little tidbits that you will see. But amazing, amazing information that I have got. I'm like, it's like my head is hurting from all the things that I've learned and I will be learning. Um, so once this, Mercury goes from Ashleisha to direct, it's like the snake will no longer will be hit by a stick and it'll go back to its normalcy. So especially when it's retrograde from the moon, okay, you don't want to deal with especially from the moon Mercury, you don't want to deal with social media issues related to that house. So, for example, if your moon is in Pisces, okay, and Mercury represents social media, Rahu represents this Bhumi, what's happening here, okay? What is happening here? And you will learn why Rahu is now what's happening here. So, you have a Pisces moon. Sun, Mercury, Rahu will be together retrograded till August 15th or 14th night. And that means it's transiting in the fifth house from your ascendant. If you're a parent, if you have children, don't post things on online about your children or their behavior or what they're doing because people will look at you as the snake. You see, people will look at you as a snake trying to bite your own children. So, people post a lot of things about their children. Oh, look what the mess my children made. Oh, look what they're doing now. Don't post it. You've got a great hot tip on a stock, fifth house. Don't try to announce it to the world that, oh my God, I made this much money from a stock. Bam, look at this. Just made this. Trust me, you will become the snake of that. Don't if so for example, let's say you are a Libra moon. You're a Libra moon. And right now Rahu, Mercury, Sun are conjunct with Mercury going retrograde on the 26th. So it's in your 10th house. And try this. If you think you don't believe me on this, well, just try it and then report back after the retrograde. Don't start complaining about your career, your bosses, and coworkers on social media because you will become the snake. They will look at you as a snake because I know you're going to be irritated. And you may even if you post something funny about work and career, um, you will become the snake who's trying to deceive the people at work. So this is how you want to look at it from individual perspective. So yeah, see, Mercury Hora is running right now. I'm talking about Mercury, I'm talking about social media. Okay, I'm talking about astrology. This is how beautiful, simple astrology is. When you make astrology complicated, that's when you're going to lose its essence. That's when you're going to lose its beauty. Astrology, what I've finally realized, it is the most simplest, the most beautiful thing to understand, and you will be just a beautiful expert in there. Beautiful expert. Especially when it comes to wealth. You guys want to know about will I be a billionaire, millionaire? Oh man, Gulika, Gulika, the Upagraha, Gulika is the reason why you will become this multimillionaire, billionaire. There's something with Rahu and Gulika, which I will show once I talk about the planets starting August 20th in my school. The reason why I have to do it for my school, and I found out now because I want to give good, legit, deep information. So I'm talking to everybody that I know. And especially I have the biggest gift from universe, which is Eve here. She's actually in the other room. Right now, she's with my wife. Yeah, they're talking in her room. So all I'm doing is like I'm just like in the kitchen. We're making coffee. I'm cooking. She loves my food, by the way. So that's props. She loves my food. I've cooked all kinds of things. Um, but all we are talking is just all the basics beauty of astrology. Basic beauty of astrology. So, you know, I'm just in the la la land. And whatever I experienced with even Togi, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. I may show it in time. I may show it in time, but yeah, I have the website now ready, which is maghavedicastrologyacademy.com, or you can even type in maghavedic.academy.com. It'll take you to my school website, and 5 lessons are uploaded. Otherwise, I'm gonna be seeing you guys. What is it? Today is Tuesday. I'll see you guys Wednesday with my video on Navamsha. So we did Sun and Moon. Next one I will do Venus or Mercury. Maybe I'll just do Mercury in Navamsha in the second house. Okay, so anyway, guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know more about my school, just either email at Maga Vedic Astrology, admin at maghavedicastrologyschool.com, or just go to my website, maghavedicacademy.com or astrologycares.com. Everywhere you can just link to it. All right, so thank you. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, and I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to my bed.